How's everybody doing? Let's see what we got going here. Everybody can hear me okay? Let me make sure that's up. Hey, also, kind of a cool thing happening today. Sharon, one of the other group leaders, is doing kind of an intensive class for 3 hours, or so, I think 3 hours. But Marilyn's going to put in the link. It's well worth signing up for because it's kind of a more intimate kind of thing, and it'll be pretty easy for you to get on and ask her questions. She's really bright and she's really super, super smart. So that's a good way to use your day today. All right, let me bring you guys up. As always, no cussing in my live stream. Turn on your camera when you come up, just so I know you're there and I can get to you faster, because whoever has their camera up gets picked first. And yeah, let's go. What's up, Don?
Hi, Trent. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. Can't complain. I feel like I'm getting more traction, and taking action is just amazing. I had a few questions for you, Trent. And then, by the way, guys, made you call because this is what happened to me yesterday. I call about this property in North Carolina. It's like an hour away from me, and then I call the number. It happens to be the owner. The owner referred me to the manager. What do you guys call it? Property manager. And then she said that they had 3 other properties for sale.
Yep.
It was a portfolio of 4 under 100K. So I sent an offer. She said she really liked the fact that we were buying the 4 properties. And yeah, so I want to hear back from them. Eventually, they're looking to get on the phone. The 2 of them with me. See how that goes. Yeah. It's all seller financing, and it's amazing, guys. Just make you calls. If I'm making the calls, you can make it.
That's where they are. That's where the deals are. They're on the phone. They're not staring at your computer all day, for sure. Yeah. You got to make that human connection. It's going to make you happier too throughout the day. You're not going to feel like you're just spinning your wheels. Is that each one of them is under 100,000, or it's all 5, yeah. All 4?
Yeah, and that's one of my questions, Trent. I didn't want to send you links, and I know that you get busy, but if I was to have, or for example, we can use this as an example. These are 4 properties. Each of them are like listed for 99 and 98, and basically all 99. 3 of them 99, and 198 in some change. I offer 400 with 40,000 down. Is that a good way to go, or should I get them cheaper, Trent?
Why so much down?
Because I was thinking that
that's 10%.
40,000, 10% of 400,000.
Sure, but why not go 20 to start off with? You can always come up to the 10%. You know what I mean? I want you guys to start off lower because it gives you room to negotiate. Because then they feel like you're giving them something. If you start out at 10%, then you're like, I can't really go any higher. And they're like, well, I thought we were going to negotiate. They're looking for a negotiation. And if there's nothing to negotiate, if you give your very best price to start off with, so start at 5%. Okay. Again, we never know what their motivation is. Okay. Some people, their motivation is not money. And so in our brain, we're like, oh, money's the motivation here. This could be something where they're spending 20 hours a week on this and they're tired of working. They just don't want to work anymore. And their exit strategy is to get out of it. And so I would start at 5% in those situations, especially since they're already eager to hear something from you and you already got a good reputation going with them and a good rapport, I mean. So yeah, start at 5%. Did you already make this offer?
Yeah, I send them that.
Cute. Okay. Because you're giving them their purchase price and 10%. So now it's a little harder to sell it because there's no extra there. Like where's your assignment fee and all that? There isn't one.
That makes sense.
So it's what it's funny. I was talking to my wife this morning, and I was like, everybody's always feeling bad for the seller. Like, oh, I feel bad for the seller. I'm like, why? We have no idea who the seller is. We don't know why they're in the situation they are. We're there just to figure out how to solve a problem, And so we got to take emotion out of it. Yeah, I mean, it still could be a deal, but it would be a 10 times better deal if you'd done 5%. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Especially if
Oh
you
yeah, that
got
makes
four
sense.
and they're hot to trot, but they're okay with seller financing. Okay, so what were your terms on the seller finance?
I'll tell you right now. I sent an email and it was something like this. It was offer price 400, monthly payments of 1,400, down payment 40,000, close of escrow on or before 30 days, EMD 1,500, inspection period 10 business days. That's what I
Okay, no,
sent in there.
yeah, that's good. I like 10 business days. If you can go 15, great. What was the rents? What are the rents?
The rents, I'll tell you right now. They total, going through my notes, just bear with me.
No worries.
Where are they?
Because the payment you're offering is 1,400, right?
Okay. Yes. So now, okay. So for us, running all the numbers and paying all the 20% for vacancy. Richard calls it the management and
like
all that good stuff.
yeah,
Paying that plus taxes and insurance. With all that paid out or paid off, it all brings down to $1,653, giving a total of $19,836 a year.
okay. What is that
That's
per month? 19,008.
so it's $1,653 per month.
1,653. Okay, and you're paying them $1,400.
Yeah, is that a good thing?
Where's your money? Where's the cash flow? There's not gonna be any cash flow. Maybe a tiny bit, maybe $100, but yeah, we need our cash flow to be better. You see what I'm saying?
But to clarify, Trent, the number I gave you, the 1653, it's after paying for the 20% of vacancy management and all of that, and
Cool.
paying off the taxes and insurance.
Oh, okay. So you still are barely making any money. Are these all turnkey properties? They better be.
They are. They have a tenant in place. Each of them have a tenant in place. Oh, and one of the properties is a duplex that it has the downstairs unit not rented out, that can potentially be rented for $1,000. That's what the guy said.
Okay,
The
so
lease.
that's your savior. Because as of now, you're paying them $1,400 a month, and then and then your expenses are 16.
Oh, to
Right.
clarify, I don't. To be honest, I don't use the calculator. I still got to get familiar with that. But
I
I
don't
did
either.
all. But I did, to clarify, Trent, the 1,400 that I'm offering, it's free from the 1,600 that you're cash flowing. Meaning that the 1,600 that they're cash flowing, it's separate from the
Okay,
1,400.
they're not cash flowing 1,600.
No, they're not.
So
They're cash flow. There's more.
no, their cash flow. So cash flow is the money after you paid and got and everything. Right now, you're saying you're paying 1,400, and that's 1,653. So there's $153 left over each month divided
No.
by. Okay, so explain it to me.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's obviously it doesn't. I'm not doing the numbers right. But
No, we'll work it out.
okay, so this is what I should tell you, right? That okay, not separating the payments the way I just separated them. They are doing as follows. They are doing so one property is 750 per month plus 850 plus 1,000 plus what's the other one? 850, 750, and 775. Given a total of 3,375.
75.
Yeah.
That's different. That sounds good. That's what the rents are.
Yes.
Now you're talking. Okay, so now I understand where you're coming from. So you're saying that there is $1,600 in cash flow.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, better. I'm happier with that. So I get 1975 as cash flow. So you probably did times 5% or 20%. Yeah, great. Okay, now we're talking. Now that's good. Those are good numbers. Sellable, everything's good there. That's huge.
And keeping in mind that one of the properties, one of them is a duplex.
Yeah.
And the one unit in that duplex has not been rented.
Right. And so we're going to call that bonus money after we, nothing needs, no repairs, nothing. There's no need for any kind of repairs or anything.
Not that they are aware of, but once again, they're all rented out right now.
Okay. I'm good with this. I think it's a good deal. That's great. Good.
I just want to learn whatever the assignment. I mean, obviously, we would like a bigger assignment fee, but whatever it is, I'm up for it. I just want to learn. Want to get get my feet wet and keep going.
Have you submitted a contract, or do you want us to help you?
No, but I mean, either or. I feel like I want to learn how to do it, but at the same time, I'm easy. It's easier.
By doing it is going to teach you. Like, we're going to put together a contract. You're going to have that contract forever that you can send to everybody else. You can duplicate it and send it off. We're going to show you what you need to make sure is in it. But I mean, we're just going to hold your hand through the back end. The back end's the hard part. There's so many steps. Okay, perfect. So if you want to, I mean, we'll throw our help form in there. We'll get you into the back end. Did you get it approved yet? Did they say yes?
No, they wanted to get on the phone with me today. Okay. The management person liked that. The fact that we want to get the 4 properties. She says you want to call me with the owner, and I'm gonna reach out to her, follow up with her in a little bit. I can do it with you guys.
I'd love that. That'd be amazing. No, that's so good. So what did you guys talk balloon or interest rate at all?
No, I didn't mention any balloon.
Even mention it. That's great. If it can go on forever, we love that.
Yeah, she didn't say anything, so she said she really liked that. She was going to get together with them, and I can call right now and see what's up.
Yeah, let's do it. I'd love that. Guys, this is a deal going down right now, so this is great. I love this.
Hopefully it works. I record myself on my other phone. I record myself, so I'm going to do that.
Send that to me when I'd love to see.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we'll throw you on. You gotta get a slam dunk. You gotta get this thing done. But why not? Yeah. I'm gonna turn up TikTok as well. So here, I'm gonna just I'm gonna let people know TikTok is happening. Okay, TikTok. We have got Don here. He's gonna make a phone call on a property that has 4. It's 4 of them, right? 4 different properties. They want to do them all together.
Yep.
Okay.
4 properties.
So, and give me the numbers real quick. So it's going to.
Really quick, I'm going to do my best. It's 4 properties. We're going to do a bundle purchasing thing, and it's cash flowing $3,375, and the management person is open to buy. I mean, to get the owner together on the phone call, and that's what I'm about to do right now. Call the person and see what's up.
Okay, and this is your first phone call, or no? How many have you done?
No, to be honest, I've been doing this for over a week, and as long as you do it, you take action, this is possible. And if I'm Mexican with my accent, if I'm doing it, I always tell people, if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay, go do it. Let's see it. Let's see what happens.
Let's do that now.
Okay, guys. So
I want to put you guys in mute, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure you can hear me. Okay, we'll see. Calling now. I'm gonna put this on speaker. I'm recording myself on the other phone.
Hi, this is Ginger with GRC Properties. Please leave me your name and number, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible.
Okay, just hang up. Call right back.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if you can hear me, guys, but I'm gonna try again.
All right. Okay, and a lot of times,
Hi, this is Ginger with GRC Properties. Please leave me your name and number, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hi, Ginger. This is Sergio from Charlotte. I was just calling you back. I was following up. I wanted to follow up with you because I know that when I called you yesterday, you were at a soccer game. I wanted to see if you were able to get in contact with Mr. Watson. If you could please give me a call back, I would gladly appreciate it. Again, my phone number is 704-939-8162. Yeah, you could call me back and perhaps we can get this done with Mr. Watson on the phone. Again, 704-939-8162. Bye-bye for now.
All right. I got to make sure I don't do any phone numbers on TikTok.
Sorry.
Okay. Perfect. Let's do this. If they call you back, I'm going to keep you on stage. You're going to wave your hands and I'll bring you right up. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. I love seeing those. Those are my favorite. So good. Hang on just a second.
I'll mute myself. Oh, wait. I have two other questions really quick.
Yeah, shoot.
Really quick, guys. Sorry for people waiting. I wanted to ask you for the states that we can't get deals like New Jersey, Illinois, South Carolina, and so on. I can't think of the other ones. I know Richard says to stay away from those. Is there any possible way that we can pretend to be the end buyer by saying, "Oh, my name is," and use their name and perhaps do it that way, or no?
Just don't waste your time with that because you're jumping through hoops. The whole problem is you can't advertise. So we can't advertise anything about our. So if we put up that we're selling something, now we can get in trouble because then they come back to you and say, "Nope, you're not a realtor. You shouldn't be advertising anything." And so it's an advertising thing more than anything. So yeah, just stay away from them. It's a huge country. I mean, there's a ton of people all over. I now have buy boxes in Orange County, San Bernardino County, what else? LA County, and Mariposa County in Arizona. Maricopa. And so, I mean, just in that area, in those four areas, it's probably 12, 15 million people. So there's so many more. Don't make it harder on yourself.
Okay. I was only asking because I have family in New Jersey, and I know that we can't wholesale, but perhaps I can call pretending to be my brother.
No. Get him in trouble? No, it doesn't matter. The phone call doesn't matter. It's the advertising. We can't advertise, so we can't find buyers. If you have a buyer, then you're good. It's all it's the advertising part of it. You can't advertise the deal.
I just to clarify, Trent. I'm sorry. I think I'm saying it wrong, but okay, let's say I have family in Jersey. I have family. My brother wants to buy a property. Can I call? My brother has the same last name. The only difference is just the first name. Can I call the seller and say, "Hi, my name is
Yeah, of course.
Omar
I
and
see what
say, I want my brother being the end buyer. Can I call
yeah.
the seller and say, hi, my name is Omar Sandoval, and I wanted to, can I do
Yeah,
that?
because you're not wholesaling it. Your brother's buying it, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can help them through the process. Just say, hey, I do wholesaling, but I want to buy a primary residence for my brother. So yeah, so you don't have to be shady about that at all because he's going to be the end buyer. You already have the end buyer.
Okay.
It's the advertising again, 100%. It's like you cannot advertise deals that you've put together and try to sell them, wholesale them. But you can get them for your family all day long, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Trent. To clarify,
All right.
the last question I have: how can we help, or what benefits do we give, or the person that is in pre foreclosure get
Sure.
when we do or their house, or when we buy their house?
So here's where I always talk about motivation. We need to know what somebody's motivation is. In a pre-foreclosure, they've got a clock, like April 1st, they're losing their house. Okay. So what we're doing to help in that situation is we're saying, hey, we'll pay that $14,000 you have in arrears. You won't get foreclosed on. We'll save your house and we just take over your loan. We don't give them any money because they're already in arrears. I mean, even yesterday we had somebody that was about 10 grand behind, and we said, okay, you bring 10 grand to the closing table, you pay your realtors and you pay the closing costs, and we'll take over your loan. So it doesn't sound like a great deal, but to them, it's relief. They're like, holy crap, okay, I don't have to pay this $3,000 a month anymore, which I'm getting behind every month. They're done having to be stressed out about that. And we're coming in and taking it over. So that's how we're helping them. It is also saving them from their credit will get destroyed. And so this helps them not get their credit destroyed. We take over the loan.
Okay. No.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, one last thing I wanted to ask you. This is not on my list, but this came up after the answer you gave me, Trent. And I appreciate all your help. I really do. Is there any way that, because you guys, you and other people have mentioned to start posting on social media, is there any way that I can say, oh, if you are in pre-foreclosure, call me, I can help you? Can I do that?
100%. Absolutely. 100%. And like when you do that, kind of lay out that hey, you're at that point where you're a few months behind, you're going to go into foreclosure, they've already sent you everything, the lawyers have been talking to you or trying to talk to you, you're stressed beyond belief. I can come in and take care of that, and you won't lose your credit, you won't lose, so tell them, explain that you understand their situation, in your TikTok ad or whatever, however you're going to put it out there, and then tell them the solution. Say, I can make it all go away.
Okay.
And then you'll get people reaching out to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I started doing TikTok.
That's great.
Because I want to help people. I have a immigration background, and I want to help the Spanish speaking community, especially when they're immigrants. What I want to get to is that I want to help others by sharing what I have learned in these over 2 decades that I've been in the United States. And eventually this part of real estate will come into play, and I will get my deals and all of that. So yeah, I just think it's amazing to do that, and that's why I wanted to ask you before I make a mistake and then I get the
No, I think it's great. No, I'm gonna tell. No, but I mean, you've been here 20 years. You're obviously doing great, and you're. It is what it is. Yeah, I like that. I like that you want to help. Put your TikTok in the chat so we can all sign up. So we can...
Thank you, guys. It's in Spanish. It's like no fear, no shame.
Oh, that's
Ni
cool.
miedo, ni vergüenza. Thank you, guys. Hopefully, my Latino people can support me, because we're gonna grow and we're gonna do great things together as a real estate community.
Yeah, absolutely. And somebody's asking what mine is. We'll put a link in, but my TikTok is Hold My Hand Wholesale Junior. because I kind of focus on the Ansons and the Mikeys and all these kids that are under 20 that are doing it. So check mine out too. Good job, Don. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally? Remind me.
Mexico City.
Oh, Mexico City. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about it. I freaking
Mexico
love Mexico.
City, yeah.
It's the best.
But
It's
thank you, Trent. You are amazing. I know I love cursing, but I'm not gonna do that to you because I love you. I love you and I appreciate what you do. But thank you for everything you do. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you for having patience with us. And I really love. I know some people may not like it, but I really love when you make people turn the cameras on. And then it's the best when they lie. Oh, it's not working. I'm driving. I don't buy that. But anyways, thank you, Trent. I love you guys. I love you all. I love you
The
all.
whole point of this is we got to connect with people, and I want everybody to learn how to do it in a safe place. So come connect. That's what we're
Absolutely.
saying. All right,
I love you all. To clarify, I love you all. We're here to succeed, and we got this. Take action. If I do it, you can do it.
Best cheerleader you could ever ask for sure. Okay, stay on stage because you're gonna get a call back from that realtor, and we're gonna go live with you. Let's seal that one. Okay, let me bring some more people on stage. CP Loveless, you're next. If your camera's working, that'd be even better. And if you say your camera's not working, Don's not gonna believe you. CP Loveless, I'm not hearing you for some reason. Check your make sure you're not on mute. CP, you might need to completely go out of the Discord and come back in, and maybe it'll work. So try that, and I'll wait for you, and I'll bring you right back up. Just raise your hand when you get back in here. Okay, while we're waiting for him, D. Costello, just so you know, did you see? I reached out to the my buddy, so we'll see what happens. But I don't see you're getting up here. There we go. So let's do CP Loveless first. But yeah, I talked to my buddy. I don't want to tip our hand of what the property is to him yet because he might be our end buyer, and so I don't want to let him know how much of a discount or whatever we get.
Right. Yeah, no, I saw your message, and then I replied back. I found other places in the area that are also doing this similar business model, and they're right around the same rent ranges of right around $1,000.
He was a little shocked that there were so few places for that size, but I think they're all luxury, so it's kind of an RV kind of a thing. So
yeah.
Okay. CP Loveless, did you get your audio back? I'll come back to you if you want, Costello.
Okay.
CP Loveless, you've got no audio. Would love to talk to you, but there's no audio. Sorry, bro. Moving on. See if you can fix it. Try to pop back up. Okay, Ryan Mike, what's up?
Hey, Trent.
How are you?
Good morning. Doing well yourself?
Good. Are you Mike Ryan or Ryan Mike?
Oh, well, it's MKE for Milwaukee, where I'm from. So I know.
Why did I do that this time?
You did that last time too. I know. Yeah.
Last time too. Stupid.
Yeah. You're Alexa Dick or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's all good. Yeah. So I've been hitting the ground here, doing a lot of seller finance. I put an offer last week and it got denied, but no big deal. But I wanted to delve into subject 2 a bit more, and I found a property that I just sent to you in the chat.
Okay.
That looks good. But I had a question in regards to a call that I was on with Richard the other day. Where he goes, I mean, well, obviously I was thinking about doing like the Trojan horse pitch with it, but then he offered to pay like the seller and buyer commission, and I plugged this property into the offer oven, and I was kind of confused by what numbers it said with, I don't know, like what what my down payment would be and everything like that. So
Okay. So here's the deal with sub twos, everyone's going to be different because they all have different motivations.
Okay.
Some people are into it because they're losing their house in 3 days. What I just found out, it's kind of funny, from Richard yesterday, we were chatting, and I was giving him crap because I'm like, you give way too much to people that are in a situation where they've got equity, even a lot of equity.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you give them so much? And he's like, here's the deal. You've come in a year ago. I've been doing this for 4 years. I got so many no's that I try to incentivize on the first call. And so he goes extra high on his offers.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't need to do that because we're not beat up as much as he was. And so the way I like to do it is come in with kind of a 0%, like a 0 down, 0 everything. I want to just take over your house and save you from your mortgage.
Okay.
And with that attitude, like on this one, let me just see what they owe. What do they owe on this one in Batman?
I think $250, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so they got about 15,000 in equity, probably less.
Yeah.
So they basically don't have any equity. I look at this as no equity at all. And this is a wobbler too, in that sense, because we got to sell this thing. And so I love going in to sub twos and getting $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in equity.
Yeah.
Okay, that's times more sellable. The one I just bought from Richard yesterday it's got probably 60,000 to 100,000 in equity. We still got to figure out what the cost of the solar is going to be and the cost of getting rid of the tenants. But we're in a great spot. Like, that's a ton of equity, and that's sellable because then you're telling somebody, let's say it has 60,000 in equity, and you come in and you give it to them, and it only has 20,000 in equity. They still love that. That 40 grand is yours. That's your assignment fee. You know what I mean? So let's go after the things that are going to get you guys paid.
Yeah.
Because
this one I think I saw they paid $270 for it, and they currently have a balance of $250.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's got a 2.9 interest rate, and obviously, like, when searching, like I'm on the Wholesale Atlas now, and
oh, good.
Yeah, and when going through those, I mean, I'm trying to get it because obviously, like, Atlas will throw you a ton of stuff depending on where what city you put in and whatnot, but just going through, like, looking at, like, sub 2, for instance, like there's a crap ton of sub 2 that'll pop up for any given city, but if the interest rate is like, if all the interest rates are like 6%, like, we don't even want to call on those, right?
Right, that's not really worthwhile. Unless they have equity, unless it has. If it's turnkey, absolutely.
Well, that's the thing with sub 2 is, like, you don't want it to have equity, right? Because that's the whole pitch.
Well, it's funny. You want it to have low equity.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now they're saying their equity is 53,000. But I mean, we're saying they paid off 22,000 of their loan.
Yeah.
I would approach this as them having no equity and saying, "Hey, I'll just come and take over your loan." Like, hopefully they're a little bit behind. Sometimes that's a case where they're 4 months behind. Okay, yeah. I'll pay up that and just take it over, and you're done. You don't have to deal with this anymore.
So now
they've got a
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. So not even offer, like, what Richard's pitch the other day was, like, I'll come in. He initially would be like, okay, I'll give you a cash offer, and it'll be like really close to what they owe on it, right? So then, like, it's guaranteed no, and then he'll come in and be like, yeah, I'll cover the full commission. I'll cover your full commission when talking to the realtor, and I'll also give you like 15 grand on top, like for this one, for instance.
Right, and that's what I was explaining. He does that because he's gun shy and offering less. Yeah. I start at 0.
Yeah.
And I also talk to the realtor. I talk to the realtor and say, hey, these guys don't have any equity. How about I give you $500 to go away? And again, it doesn't happen. They're not going to say yes every time. I have had a realtor charge me $1.
Yeah.
Right? And so you never know. Possible. And so if we don't go after these things hardcore and start there, again, I'm not saying we're going to end there. Know your threshold, know where you can go. If you could offer these guys, I mean, if they do have $53,000 in equity, yeah, in that situation, you could say, you know what, I'll kick you $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. I start at $5,000. And I said, there's just so many things that need to be done. This house, I mean, look at it. You have to kind of poo-poo the house a lot, because anybody that owns a house knows all the flaws that are in their house, and they don't want you to see them. And so the second you say, well, I saw a lot of things that need to be, there's going to be quite a bit of work that I'm going to have to do here. And they're thinking in their mind, they're like, oh, frick, they know. And you don't, like at my house, I sold it. It needed a whole new roof and they didn't recognize it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not saying anything. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have, but you want to beat up every bit of this property if you can, but also be kind of a little bit aloof about it. Like, yeah, I'm just looking, it looks like there's a lot of maintenance that has been kind of ignored over the years. And, there's some updating that I would have to do to really get this to be sellable and, all those kind of things. Yeah. But this one it's pretty perfect. And so I don't think you have any problems with this one. But that's where you want to start. And know your threshold on this. Everything you give them is money you're taking out of your own pocket. You know what I'm saying? So any kind of equity you can get this with is going to be positive. That's a huge thing.
Okay.
And what's their payment? Is just like $1,200 a month. Does it cash flow?
I put it in the oven and it says it's got like a 15%, but that's cash on cash after. That's with
what's the rent?
The monthly payment is $1,134.
Right. And then it will rent for.
It'll rent for $2,250. That's what Zillow says.
Okay, which I mean, their asking price is $285.
Yeah.
And so they owe. I'm sorry.
They owe $250 on it.
Yeah, so I mean it's a fair offer, I think. Like, just come in and say you're going to take it over. Okay. We don't know if it's worth that $250 even. You know what I mean? Exactly, they're saying $285. Everybody cranks up their. Let's see. I'm going to check my quick comps map, which is the bottom map for Zillow. Oh shoot, they don't have it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so in the area, and this is just using the do you know what I'm talking about? There's the second map that's near the bottom.
You can say like within a mile and uncheck all the
Yeah. The beauty is you can look right next door is 295, 252, 225, 228, 240, 277. Yeah. Like you've got a solid neighborhood. It's not, I think 250 is really fair. Like, hey, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to take it over. And so if you get it for just taking it over, you're basically getting it for $250, but at a 2.9%, very sellable. Like people like that because you'll have a little bit of equity. And again, you want to beat up the realtor. Please beat up the realtor because they're going to make about $6-7 on this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So if they don't agree to just do the takeover, like you said, like the $500, just to tell them to walk away. I mean, I'll try that to start, I guess, but unfortunately, I don't have time to call right now. But
yeah.
But
let's try.
And I guess I will. And I guess going back to my main question though, like with going to, I'll start with your theories because it makes sense, but. If it did come to like how Richard does it, like offering above and whatnot, like what I was mainly wondering is like with the agent commissions in the offer oven, like how it calculates. I mean, I know it's 3% for the seller and the buyer, but where does that come out of then? Like
the down payment, but we're not giving you the down payment. So that's
Yeah.
that's the deal. So in those situations, if you've got 20 grand in equity after you make your offer, then
Mhm.
yeah, go ahead. You'll handle the agent commission, but still beat up the agent and just be like, hey guys, these guys are not making any money. Can we figure something out? Maybe you
Yeah.
split, take 1.5%, or yeah, because right now it's what, 14,000 that they would get onto, what is it, 285 times 6%. $17,000. So they'll
Yeah.
get half of that maybe.
Yeah.
As because they shouldn't get both sides. So 8 grand is what they're expecting. Just tell them, hey, how about we do this? How about you take 2 grand? So it's not such a burden on the seller.
Mm-hmm.
So then that magically becomes 6 grand for you as an assignment fee.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we'll give it a try. Like I said, I got to pop over to my my real time job here and do something really quick. But yeah, appreciate the advice as always, and always a pleasure to watch.
Absolutely. What's your real time job?
I'm an IT analyst, security analyst.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Oh, security. Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
so get to work from home. For now, they're forcing us
Yeah.
all to come back in the office soon, which is BS. But
It's-
what are you gonna do?
It's so funny. COVID really changed everybody's mind
It
about
did, yeah. And
working
it's
in-
like, and now it's they have. I work for a big Fortune 300 company, and they have all this real estate that they got, a lot of it they got rid of because like nobody was going in, and now it's like I live within I live 5 miles away from one of the big data centers in Milwaukee, and they can't get rid of that because it's a server farm in there. So then now they're like, oh yeah, so if you live within 35 miles, you have to come in.
Oh, geez.
Like, it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm glad that I don't. But anyway, I have the time to do this now for a couple more weeks. So I'm gonna really try to. Would be cool to get lock in a deal, but otherwise, continue to study and attend the stream and all that stuff, and we'll see what can happen. So.
Great. I love this just for helping your family out. Like if you've got a family that
Exactly.
like Don was saying, just like he can go and search something for his brother.
My family.
I think that's
the first time that I came on a couple weeks ago. You had me on. That's what I said. That was the main reason why I started. I found the whole Hold My Hand on TikTok. With Richard, and then I started watching. I was like, is this for real? And then as I kept watching, I was like, man, if I could find my friends a house, or I really want to find my mom. If she lives in Colorado, find her a house, like something subject to would be amazing. Like, hey mom, I got you a house for 20 grand. Like, I know the odds are against us, but it's you can't find it unless you call and you do the work. So
the odds get better when you get on the phone. Like, you know what I mean? You can
exactly. Yeah.
about it all.
Yeah.
Like you get on the phone with anybody, whereabouts in Colorado?
She's in Fort Collins,
Okay.
which I know is
so. Is that right? No, but that's near the Air Force Base too, right? In Colorado Springs, or is that?
No. Colorado Springs is south. She's I believe is an hour south. She's an hour north.
Okay,
Fort
gotcha.
Collins, yeah. So.
Hey guys, if anybody in the Discord has anything in Fort Collins, you've got a buyer. So that's the other thing. And is you've got a ton of people in here, and so let's lean on it. So okay, Fort Collins. That's if you guys want to reach out to Ryan, if you have anything in Fort Collins.
Well, and I know you get Fort Collins, you can get a seemingly 2-bedroom shack for 400 grand, or you can go into the millions of dollars. Like she's just been renting now, but she also owns a condo in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin too. That I was
in there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm not holding my breath, and she's very picky, so it's like it would have to be the perfect thing. But if I just going on the Atlas or going anywhere, and I'm checking it out, then you never know what you find. So, but anyway, we'll let you get to other folks here. So, but
okay, bro, take it easy.
Thank you
so much.
Alrighty, take care.
Okay, Walker, what's up?
Hey, I just sent you the first property. I have 2 properties in Florida that I've been working on trust deals with the realtors.
Oh, good.
Um,
Okay.
I just sent you over the first one with a little bit of the information. Do you need a Zillow link instead of just the address, or?
The address is perfect.
Okay.
That perfect. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. So, what are rents?
It rents for $21.80 according to RentCast, so I have it at like $21.50 to $2,200.
Okay, so right off the bat, it doesn't really. The 1% rule doesn't really work, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
only got an $850 mortgage payment on it, so it would cash
Okay.
flow at 30%.
Good. Okay, then it does work.
Yeah,
That's
and talking to the realtor, I think I could get him out of it for just realtor fees, closing costs, and like maybe even his equity at 4,000 or like 3,000 something in fees total. So the entry fee would be around 10% for buyers.
Okay, like I told Ryan too. Don't be afraid to offer nothing.
Yeah. I just heard that right after I'd already been in contact with the realtor.
Yeah, it just makes it an easier way to get it.
The next one I'm offering nothing. You'll like that one. Let me send that one over right now. That one's kind of crazy. I think it's like over 100,000 in equity, but they're just really underwater and they need to move.
Good. That's the motivation. That's everything. That's where we want to be.
Sent over that address for the second one.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not a it's not a money motivation. It's a time motivation. It's a we got to get out of here. Okay,
Yeah.
so 850. Oh yeah, no, you're great. This is great. 2.6 is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is definitely a deal.
Okay. And then the second one, I just sent over the address. Its estimated value is 652. They're into it for 640, but they're underwater and they're willing to bring like 80K to the closing table right now. They have it listed for 550. I told her I'd just take the mortgage off of them for nothing, and she said they might be interested in that. And we're supposed to talk this weekend about it, but it's just a really nice house in Inglewood.
Yeah, but never poo-poo when somebody's willing to bring money to the closing table.
Oh yeah, like extra.
That's your assignment fee there. Like that's like, hey, you can come in and say, I know you're willing to bring 80, but I can make it so you only have to bring 70.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's free money. Like we gotta, like if they're willing to do it, then great. I mean, we might have a better way of doing it for them, but yeah, if they're willing to bring 80, heck yeah, we want that.
So yeah, do you want more information on that one? I just sent the address for now.
I think 3,200 is the monthly, right? Rent?
Yeah, that one's probably not a rental for sure because they just barely bought it. So, but I think it would be getting like over 60K in equity in the house if we took it from them.
Okay, we love this. Everything sounds good. The only thing is I'm afraid you missed out on a major payday.
On even more, yeah.
Yeah, because it's getting it for nothing is awesome, but if it's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, really nice.
So yeah, everything about this is great. They've got 60,000 in equity according to PropStream, but that's I always cut that in half. So they've got at least 30. If they're willing to bring money to the closing table, like throw that in there. Like, hey, I could do half that. I could get it. If you bring 40, we can get this done and I'll just take it over. That's awesome. Then you've got way more equity.
So as is, if I had to pay like closing costs and a realtor fee, do you think that's a deal, or do I need to work them down for it to be a deal first?
Well, I would tell the realtor nothing for her or him because they're losing their house basically.
Yeah.
They're coming. Let them worry about the realtor. You can try to help them by getting the realtor to come down a little bit, but they're responsible for paying the realtor, so don't pay the realtor. You're coming in, you're saving them because they're on the hook for $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the interest rate that you thought you had?
On that one, I knew that one was 6.6, but I was just going for a $0 down high equity gain.
I got 7.29.
Oh, you have 7.9? I talked to the realtor. She thinks they were at 6.6, but
Okay, find out. Just make sure you're not getting stuck in something that you don't. Because this is more of a retail kind of deal where it's going to be, we got to find a retail buyer.
So you want a little extra.
Yeah, because you're 3,200 in the rents are 3,200 and their payment is 4,000. So it's like you're upside down at least $800, if not a ton more, every month. But the fact that they're willing to come to the table with money, like please take advantage of that. That's and you can be the good guy by saying instead of 80, I figured out I can get it to 69,000 that you'd have to bring. Just keep that in play. Don't ever poo-poo when somebody says they're willing to bring money to the closing table, because that's where your assignment is.
Okay.
So go back to them. And you can blame it on closing. My team and I were talking, and they said, "Oh, here's a way that we can do it." But you can pay closing costs. That's fine because that's negligible.
Just don't do the realtor fees.
Yeah, save yourself that. I mean, in this situation, the realtor is going to charge, what is it, $620? Their asking price is $628.
Their asking is $550.
Okay, so $550 times 6%. So $33,000 is what the realtor wants for doing this deal. Okay, so potentially you could do half of that, so it's $1650. So $16,500 is what the realtor wants for her commission or his commission. I always try to knock those guys down. Like, hey, let this seller go. Like, you're gonna make a ton of money and you're gonna lose money, so it's not the greatest. And most realtors are pretty human and they'll be cool about it. So
save them some money too. Yeah.
The number they're looking at is they think that it's worth $16,500 to them, and so just know that's what they're expecting, and try to make it. I started $500. I'm like, hey, can I give you $500 and I'll do this deal? Otherwise, the deal doesn't happen.
Yeah. So
we always have to realize what we have power-wise in these deals. Like, I've been at closing tables, and I'm like, you know what, I want the realtor to throw in 1.5%, and they're like, well, wait, we already agreed to all this. I'm like, either we do this deal or we don't. So you want 1.5% less, or do you want nothing? And then they tend to go, okay, great. So exercise all your options. Good finds though, really good finds. Where are you finding your stuff?
Right now I'm just working through PropWire and Zillow, and then like cross matching them and calling them.
Okay.
But like you said, PropWire is not always accurate, so I gotta double check with the realtors and get mortgage statements and stuff like that when I do.
Make sure you get any kind of mortgage statement you can on this one. Especially, Richard hates this, but I always ask for the login for the mortgage portal, so I know exactly what. Especially
exactly.
Behind it. They're pretty good about that, but
she said basically the deal with this one is they moved out here to Florida, and then I guess their mother passed away, so they want to go back. So no, their grandparents, and then their daughter passed away, so they're going back to be with their grandkids in Maine, and they're already into it for so much, and they've been trying to sell it for months now. So they're trying to get it off the debt to income. So I said that's how we would do it in the trust and get it off their debt to income, so they can go get a condo in Maine and just live with their grandkids. Is what they were saying.
Yeah, their motivation is not money.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. So
Mhm.
that's awesome. I think that's amazing.
So both of those are, they felt good, but I was just double checking that both of those were deals, or at least potential deals, if I can get all the numbers right.
Perfect. Good, good,
Oh,
good. Really good.
That's awesome. Thanks, Trent.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go to if my computer will ever work. I'm stuck. There we go. Andrew, what's going on? You're on mute.
Yeah.
There we go.
You actually
What's up?
want to skip me for now? I actually got a couple calls to make.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Okay, see, Costello, let's get some cameras going, guys. If you're on stage, Jazz, you win because your camera's on.
I
What's
have.
up?
How you doing? I have two
Me.
properties that I need to be looked at. So one, it was one that I offered. I think I offered about 70% of the purchase price just to pivot to
Okay.
seller financing, but they accepted. It seems like they're more intrigued into the cash price, right? So my
Okay.
question is,
That's why we always go lower too.
I
Like, don't
know,
go
I know,
70%.
I know, man, I know.
I've
know.
taught
But
you
you-
this.
But you,
Go.
you know, all right. So the motivation, or I say the thing behind that was I wasn't expect. I mean, it was turnkey, and it's really nothing wrong with it. So I was going off the 70% of the purchase price because it looks like it's moving ready. So I should just go 6.5, 6.
5. Let's go 50%. Why not? That's where you start.
No,
Again,
I
that
know you
incentivizes-
tell me 50%, but it's like it looks so nice that it was like 50% would just be
That's
like,
fair.
all right,
Bro,
I get
you've
you.
got the power.
I get you.
They don't have
I
the
know.
power.
I know.
You've got. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I know. I know
How
how that goes.
long
Man.
have you been listening? Jeez, please.
I know.
Because
As I got the offer in my
it's
email,
because of
I
this.
thought of you.
But it's because of this. You don't know their motivation, and then boom,
Right.
they're like okay with the low cash price, and you're like, I don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah,
Dummy.
you're absolutely
That's
right.
all.
You're absolutely right. No, that was dumb. That was a dumb mistake on my part. I say that.
So
But
okay, so where are we?
I'll
at?
send it to you. I'll
there-
send it to you, and then you can tell me if it's
Well, you
okay.
tell me. I like when you guys tell me. So
It looks good. It's turnkey ready. It could be used as a commercial property as well. Like it could be used as like a daycare. She was telling me it could be used as a boutique, like a nail salon. It's like it could be
Okay.
turned into a commercial. So that's kind of why I
Oh.
offered that much as well, because I was like, well, I could see the potential of it being something else. You know what I mean? Instead of a rental property. So I
yeah,
said
you're
that
still
to you.
gonna rent. I don't see it for some reason. Are
I'll
we
send it to you
friends?
right now. Got you right now. Sent that.
Well, you changed your logo.
Yes. It's my
You-
surfboard. Yeah. My surfboard.
But you surf in the East Coast, so it's not really surfing.
Nah, it's
Doesn't
surfing.
count.
Don't try to play me. It's surfing.
I'm curbside.
Nah, that was
Cute.
funny. That was probably the funniest surfer joke I heard.
Oh, let's go surf
Surfing
some
curbs.
curbs.
That is funny. That was funny. And then I have another one where I was following up, right?
Okay,
And
here, let's
this
focus on
realtor,
this. Hold on 2 seconds. All right, let's see. You love Birmingham, don't you? Yes. On the 254. I'm lagging. Hold on.
you know what you said?
Yeah, I'm lagging. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm shutting down my other monitors. Okay, so what did you offer him?
180.
Okay, I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it.
I know it's not good. I know.
Okay, and to be honest, it's not turnkey. It's it needs some updating, and so you can blame a lower price if you can do it on that. But it's fine. It's rent ready. So why
So
a
turn.
daycare?
She was saying because like
Is it on a
the
major road?
space, yeah, it's on the main road. She's saying the space inside it could be used as multiple things. So not just a tenant
Okay.
or like a rental property.
Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, so tell me your numbers. What's it rent for?
I believe it rents for 1,800.
Okay. What's your monthly?
1,800 a month.
Yeah, what's your monthly cost?
Oh, you mean as far as like 20% off the top and stuff like that?
Well, and what's your payment? Like you got to pay. You're doing this sub 2, or now you're doing a cash?
No, no,
right?
no, no. This was cash. It was a free and clear property, and then yeah, so seller finance. I was trying to pivot to seller finance, but
Okay, it is free and clear. Okay, I mean, I think you're just there. Like there's not a whole lot to figure out. You've done 70%. I mean, now let's get it under contract. If you can get it under contract for less, like just blame it on the fact that your buddies.
yeah, I was gonna come back and be like, I'm so sorry. My lenders told me that, I have to come in at, I would say I'm gonna try to go low, like 165, and then I'll try to
Okay.
come up. I mean, I know you always tell me it's hard to go down, but I'm gonna
But I
try to
want you to
tell you,
learn. Yeah, I want you to suffer through having to go back with your tail between your legs and saying, "Oh, I'm an idiot. This isn't
Yeah.
what I can do." Still probably a deal at the 70%. I think you'll be fine. We just have to get it under. So yeah, get it a little bit lower if you can. But I think you're fine where you're at. It could be so much better.
Yeah,
So
I know.
that's
I know,
yeah,
man. And then I have this other one where she just this realtor, she sends me stuff. So this one is off market right now, but she's saying she's gonna list it soon, and it has a mortgage. So I'm not really too well versed in the sub two
Sub 2?
stuff. Yeah. So I
Super.
just wanted to know
Yeah, well,
if it was
send me
good or not.
the
I got you right now. She's the one telling me about subject 2 and stuff like that. So she wants to get this done. It's just a matter of if the numbers work and how
yeah.
to.
That we're not doing subject to. See, this is one thing that drives me a little bit bananas. We've gotten into a habit of calling things sub 2 when we're really not doing subject to. We're not doing loan. What we're doing a loan takeover.
Trust
We're doing
acquisition.
a mortgage, trust acquisition, a mortgage. We're going to take care of the mortgage. The second you get into sub 2, then the bank gets involved. And if we go and say, well, we want to assume their loan, those words should never come out of our mouths.
Yeah, she told me it's called a subject to purchase title. So is that the same thing?
That means the bank's involved.
Mm,
So you got to explain to her how we do it. Is we put the house into a trust, and then we buy the
Yeah.
controlling interest of the trust.
okay.
And so the only thing that they're doing is they're bringing to us the loan. How
Right.
much? What's the interest rate on the loan?
Let me check batch leads. That's a commercial loan too, so that's not even. It says
It's no big
6.96.
deal.
That's horrible.
It's a commercial loan on a $99,000 home.
Am I seeing the
Why
right
would they
thing?
do it?
I'm seeing the right thing, right?
I'm
It
not-
says commercial,
It's
loan type commercial, loan amount 100,000.
yeah. Is it Shannon? Is that what we're talking about?
No. Oh yes,
Okay,
yes,
I'm
yes,
doing
yes.
a
Shannon. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry. Yes, yeah. They're
yeah,
just talking about the
double
realtor.
check.
Yeah, I mean, after I get off this, I'm gonna call her up and tell her, like, this is how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just don't really know about the
and
subject to stuff.
I'll explain it. Yeah. Let me see what it is. I'm not getting anything on.
It's probably because it's not listed yet. It's off market. That's probably why. She said
Yep.
she's going to
No,
list it
props.
soon. Oh, okay.
Right, props should have it. It's in Mobile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I found it. Oh, they don't have any equity.
No equity at all. So that's good, right?
You're gonna be 875. Yep. So, and they've got 2 properties. They've got $118,000 with the 2 of them, but this one is negative equity. Let me see what's going on. Okay, it's a credit line. It's not a commercial loan. So that's not a good thing, but since it's so low, it almost doesn't matter. So if we can come in and take over the loan, estimated loan is 98. Does this cash flow?
I mean, I just got this maybe an hour ago, so I didn't do
Okay.
any type of numbers on it yet. She just sent this to me.
Okay. Yeah, what I would do is just say, I mean, in this kind of a situation, I would almost ask the realtor to get paid from the seller, and then we'll come in and take it over. It's
Like pay her
$650.
commission. The seller pays. You mean the seller? Yeah, the seller pays the commission, and then we just come in and loan acquisition.
Not loan acquisition. We loan takeover. Like we don't want to use the subject to. We want to stay away from that term because when you do
But even loan acquisition is not a good term.
Well, because it's so close to the subject to is called like a loan acquisition. I mean, it's we're not acquiring. Well, we are acquiring the loan, but the bank, we don't want the bank involved. And so maybe I'm being a little picky. 1342.
So like, what
is rent.
terms? What terms would you say then, as far as
We're gonna
subject to stuff?
take over the responsibility of the mortgage.
Okay. Because I feel like if you say that, they always think that you're assuming the loan, and that's not what we do, right?
Well, we're trying not to. Yeah. So, I guess
I always
loan
feel like if I
acquisition.
say that, because I mean, I tried to do it before. I always feel like if I say I'm taking over the loan, they automatically assume that I'm assuming the loan. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And I know that's not
absolutely,
what
and
we
that's
do.
what. Well, I'm trying to get people not to say anything about subject to or loan acquisitions because loan acquisition is actually what we're doing, but it's also we just need to let them know it's a trust acquisition. That's probably our best bet.
Oh, maybe I'm okay.
Okay, so
Trust acquisition. I got you.
Yeah, and tell them that there's a lot of work that's needed on this. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
repaint the entire place.
Yeah.
That bathroom needs to be brought up. So kind of this is my new thing. I kind of like telling people they have to bring money to the closing. It's like, well, I can take over the loan, but this place needs about $20,000 in repairs
Right.
because you have to repaint the entire place because it's
Yeah.
got all the wacky
Yeah, all these
colors.
funny colors. Yeah, I know. I see it.
And so, and that bathroom is pretty hammered too. So there's easily $20,000 you could justify. Do you have to do the $20,000 in repairs? No.
Right.
I think you could get a renter in here, no problem. Leave the colors as they are. If they want to repaint, you just say, "Hey, I'll give you an allowance to I'll pay for all the paint if you guys do the painting." So you save a ton of money. Floors need to be redone completely. Yeah, I would beat them up a lot on this one and just say, "I'm going to need you guys to bring about 20 grand to closing."
20K to closing. Oh man, Trent, you
I mean,
like your style, man. Is like I
Or
wouldn't
you
even
go
think of
with
that.
right, or you go with a cash offer because the cash offer on this would be 40.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
That's
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and those are their options. They get to
Yeah.
decide because all the floors need to be redone. I
Yeah.
mean, it looks okay, and you could rent it, no problem. But
Yeah.
this is the only time you can get money out of it. There's no dishwasher. There's a lot of things that need help. But I want you guys to get a little bit more brutal with people. I don't want you to be like hey, I see you're asking 99. Can I give you 90? I'm like, no,
Right,
that's
right.
not what we want to do. We want to give 40. And then you actually have an assignment fee. If you don't do that, you don't have an assignment fee. What would the assignment fee be? You know, it's like
Yeah.
you
Little to
don't
nothing
get any,
for sure.
usually nothing. Yeah. Yeah, give that a go. I mean, it's cool. It's a big yard. It's got it's got a lot of positives to it. But again, they need to get out of there, right? They're hurting.
I mean,
or do we need-
I'm about to, again, she just sent this to my email and I was just bringing it to you because I don't, like I said, I don't know subject to, or I don't know the stuff like that when it comes to,
I'd
I just
tell her
came to
it
you
might not.
first. You know what I'm saying?
Just tell her, say, I don't know if it'll qualify for a loan takeover. They're gonna have to, they're gonna have to bring some money because there's a lot of repairs that need to happen.
Right.
I mean, just even that $600 dishwasher in the kitchen. I mean,
Yeah.
those. There's so many things like that. One
Yeah,
part of the
I'm
kitchen.
gonna beat her up nicely. I'm gonna just say, there's not really a lot of equity in the house. A lot of stuff needs to be redone.
It's negative equity. So
Oh, it's
that's the
negative
deal.
equity. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
it's upside down equity. A lot of stuff needs to happen in the house. Need to paint over. Floors need to be redone. So the sellers would have to
Good.
come to the table with, you said 20,000.
Yeah, just say I would. I mean, and then almost do the reverse. Like then pivot to a cash sale. Like, hey, I can save them from having to bring any money, and if they just want to pay
cash,
if
right?
they want me to pay 40 grand, I'll give them 40 grand cash to move on. They might
Alright,
be
cool.
thrilled with that.
That sounds good. Sounds good. I'm gonna get on the phone with
Okay.
her right now. She called me, so I'm gonna get on the phone and negotiate.
hear it.
That'll split the difference, man.
Let's hear it. I want to hear it.
Want me to get on the phone with her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me just switch to my computer then. Got you.
Here we go. We're gonna do a phone call real quick. That's kind of the fun part of this. So here is Jazz, and he is going to go. He's going to call this realtor, and we're gonna offer about 40,000 for a $100,000 house, and so we're offering him 40% of what they are asking. You can see here they've got they're behind seven at 8. Jazz, is that you?
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you,
All right, cool.
but your camera's not working.
Back to my phone.
See if it's going to work here.
Trent, you mind if I pop in real quick? I just want to say bye. I gotta go.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be talking for sure. Anything you can get me on that property that allows me to kind of sell it to my buddy without a ton of, like, I just want rent rolls and anything like that. I know it's new, so everything has to be kind of, I see your face.
What exactly do you mean when you say rent rolls? Because like I mentioned, there's no history of rents or anything on it. Because like I said, they weren't advertising rents. They were just trying to sell the units.
They were just trying to sell the units separately.
Yeah, so there's no history of rent or anything previously. So that's why I sent you those links of people doing the same business model.
That all makes sense to me. Yeah, I just want to figure out a way to present it to my guy without, but it's all brand new.
Yeah, everything's brand new. But yeah, so I sent you a couple links. One of them was for a website that's marketing two other business models in the same area, and rent ranges between $1,200 to $700 per unit.
Okay, yeah, they're just huge units, and so I'm not sure what the. I'll talk to my guy. I'll get him on the phone, and that way I can kind of show him pictures. Any other pictures you have that don't have any kind of advertising on them would be super helpful.
Okay, yeah, I'll see what I can get from the agent.
Okay, cool.
Can you see me?
Alrighty, take care, Trent.
Okay, later. I can't see you, Jazz. I'll tell you what, go ahead. No, don't worry about it. Go ahead and just do the call. And we'll listen in. Hey, guys, while we got a little bit of a break, Marilyn's going to put in the chats. Sharon, who's one of the best group leaders we've got in here, is going to go. She's going to do a intensified class today. I think it's from 11 till 2 PSD for me. I'm not sure what time it is for her. But she's awesome, you guys, and to be able to get her here for, I think she's only charging like less than $40 for 3 hours. We'll put the link in there so you can check it out.
Tell me she'll call me later. So
Okay, cool. I'll go to somebody else. All right, Strobe, what's up?
Hello, Trent. How are you?
Good. You
It's
look
been
like you're on the job site.
I am. Yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to mention. It's not bad because I get to do this while I'm actually at work, which is cool because I sit in a truck. But if I have to step out of the truck just momentarily to let other trucks into the work site, I'll do that just to let you know.
Yeah, totally fine.
Okay, I've got a possible deal here. I ran comps and it's in Detroit, Michigan. I think what I can do is I can send you the address, I guess, if you'd like. It's oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, here goes the truck. Come on, let's get that off. There we go. So let me see here. I'll find you. Where are you? She's pricing it at 135. It was at 140. And then I offered her seller finance. I offered her 145 with a 10% down, but I think she wants a bigger down payment. So what she replied and she said she wants like 115 with a 50% down payment. Now I don't know exactly where to go from here, but yeah, I didn't think
we
so.
Can't do 50%. Say the most we can go is 10%. We can go a little bit higher if she's willing to take a smaller payment monthly. And if she wants to do no payment monthly, then we can give her a higher down payment for sure.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll send you the address, wherever it is. If it's going to pop up for me, that'd be great. Sorry, my phone's a little slow. It's trying to run multiple things at a time right now.
No worries at all.
All right. Come on. Okay. There it is. Oops. I could say it out loud too. There we go. Copy. Okay. And there you are. Okay, I sent it to you.
Okay, cool.
So she just wants to get out of the place. Like she seemed rather in a rush. I offered her originally a cash deal, and I just did the 0.70. So I think it was like an offer of 90,000 or 95,000, I believe. She didn't really want to do that. She originally wasn't into seller finance at all, but then I think she seemed into it after. But I think she's just looking for a bigger down payment, really. Even though it didn't really seem realistic for us.
Sure, absolutely. Hey, just from now on, 50% on your cash. Do 50. I know everybody else says 70, but 50 is 10 times more sellable if we can get that. 70 is standard. And so I'm really, if you want a bigger assignment fee, bada bing, there you go. That's how it works.
So I think the only reason I didn't do that was because I believe it was turnkey. And when I looked at it, it looked pretty nice. And then she said there it was like a 10 out of 10. I was like, if you were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put it? She's like, it's a 10. She's both the realtor and the house owner.
So you don't like to pay 50% of the selling because it's nice. That makes no sense. That's even better.
Yeah, I see.
Always go 50%. That's where we start. Okay. It's just the way to start. I'm brutal. Like, again, Richard would totally disagree with everything I say when I do this. But he went through 4 years of getting no's from everybody, and so now we've kind of learned from him, and he let us step in and learn 4 years of his nightmares. I'm just the opposite. Everything I've ever done in my life, I've gotten a deal. So I like going 50% because I can always go up. That's the bottom line. And so, this is nice. It's 134. Okay. So you wanted to go seller finance with them?
Well, yeah, she wasn't into it originally, and then I said, I said, look, if you're not into a traditional cash deal, the best we can do is like, I think it was 90 or 95. She wasn't into that, but I said, look, if you want to go the seller finance route, what we could do is I could give you like 10K over your asking price, and then I could give you 10% down, which I believe is like 13 or 14,000 down. I think.
Yeah.
I believe.
How much did you want?
Now she wants the last thing she said, and I didn't reply to it, was yesterday evening, and it was 115 with 50% down, and I just didn't reply because I wanted to get on here first.
115 with 50% down. So we're talking about 60, basically 60 grand.
It's like 56, 57, 57.5.
So I always round up. So we'll figure that's 60 grand. I think you come in and you say, we can do the 60 grand, but it's got to be, I can only pay you like $50 a month.
Okay.
And 0%. So now we're basically getting into the house for 50%. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically a cash deal.
Okay.
But then we pay her monthly $50 a month. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying is all these things are adjustable. They just have to understand they don't get both. Like I can't give you $500 a month if I'm giving you 50% down. But I can come in and say, hey, I'll buy this place for $50 a month as your payment. We won't mention interest rate or anything. We won't mention balloon, and we'll just keep on going. And she'll get $50 a month, and she gets that big lump sum that she wants right off the bat. You can even say, I can't go 50%, but I can go 40,000. You know what I'm saying? But on those terms, okay? $50 a month, because that will cash flow 100%. Like there's no way it won't cash flow at 50.
Okay. Yeah, how much does it like when we're doing seller finance, as a quick question, how often, like what are the payments usually accrued to over something, say like this one? Like, so how much would $50 a month actually turn into over a 7-year period or a 10-year period? How do we make that decision?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is you're going to buy it in the end anyhow. So it's almost just like a piggy bank. Everything that we're putting in is just money that's a piggy bank. At the end of it, we pay off the rest of it. So it's the way I usually figure it is 25% of the rents is an okay payment per month. Just like a quick thought, it's a little low, which is good. This one I'm going insanely low. Like I'm going $50 a month.
Right.
You could go up to 75.
75.
Just tell her like you're getting all your money right away. Like you're getting the lion's share of all the money in that 40. Yeah, do a 40,000 down. Like that's fine. So you can't go 50%, but you can do $40,000. But you're killing it on the side of it. It's because everything that you're going to be making on it, you're only going to be spending $50 out of that rent that you're going to be getting. So it'd be insane.
Yeah, I think all she's really going for, like, she seemed to really want to get out of the place more than anything. Like she was in a rush to get out, and so she just ducked the price of like $5,000, and I asked her why, and she's like, I just want to get out of here and move on to the next one. I'm like, okay, well, we can try to get this done quickly for you then.
And that's the way we can do it. If you can get that's sellable all day long. You think there's a buyer that wouldn't be like, wait, what? I only have to pay $50 a month?
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
So is $75 a month like the cap at which I could put it at? Because I get the feeling that she's not.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, 75 is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Now what if she doesn't really want to go for that one? I get the feeling she might not want to. Just leave it.
Let her call you. Let her call you in 3 weeks when she's really desperate and doesn't want to, and really wants to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Right now she wants to get rid of it, but then she'll really want to get rid of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, let me know.
Alrighty.
I want to see if this one works. We're rolling the dice here, but I think this is fun. That's what makes it great. Yeah,
If
with
I
no
weren't-
balloon.
Yeah, if I weren't in my work truck right now and I had my computer, I'd just do the call in front of you. But obviously that would mean I'd have to get off Discord to do that.
No problem. That's cool. We'll do it later, or just let me know how it goes. And if you want to record it so we can see it. That's fun.
I think I might actually do that. I have a separate phone at home, so I might be able to make a call later.
That'd be great. You can't You can't record audio on FaceTime calls. Not on both. You can't hear both people. So
Yeah.
if you do a FaceTime, make sure you have a second camera for sure.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Trent. I appreciate it.
Okay, cool.
All right. See you later.
Later. All right, guys, in TikTok world, I'm trying to bring. It looks like Richard's here, but I can't figure out.
She told me 10 minutes, Trent. So I don't know if you're getting off this soon.
Yeah, well, hang tight. Yeah, I get off in 30, so you're good. You are
You
good.
still can't see my camera?
Nope. That part you're not good. Okay, let's see. TikTok's asking questions too. So on that last deal, guys, I like to really kind of offer massive like this. I mean, I don't like to give people a lot of money for their house. They can all say no, and then we move on. I'm at a point in my life where I don't care if I get a deal or not. Like, it's fine. It's not. I'm not desperate. This isn't paying my rents or anything. So, I always try to get the best possible deal that I can, because then it's 10 times easier to sell. All right. Hey, Don, did anybody call you yet or no? Nope. Okay. Tyrell. Okay, cool.
Hey,
So,
waiting.
I don't have a camera, unfortunately.
Don doesn't believe you, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious. No, you know
Okay,
what? Hold
whatever.
on. I got a phone. Hold on. All right, Don, I got you. Hold on. I got a phone. Yeah.
Don calls you guys wusses. He's like, man, these people that come up and say they don't have a camera, big babies. It was Don saying, I don't feel that way, Tyrell. I think you're wonderful. Don's just he's not very nice.
She's calling me.
Oh, good. Okay, hold on, Tyrell. We got Jazz is going to. You've got a camera.
Hello?
I like your haircut, Ty.
Thank you.
Good looking dude, my dude.
Thank
Jazz is going.
So I was looking at that property that you sent me. I guess, can you give me a little information about it? It's okay. It's fine. You sent me an email, and then I just looked it up on. I looked at Zillow first. There was no pictures on Zillow, but I looked on, I think, Realtor.com, and I seen a couple pictures. So I did, look at the property and. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough to hear the realtor on that one. So we'll let him do his thing. We'll try to listen in and see what happens. Sorry, guys. That's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, Jazz, we can't hear anything, just so you know. Hey, Jazz, put us on mute because I'm going to go to Tyrell. Okay, Tyrell, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? I sent you an address to be, was it Temple Street?
Let's check.
Mm-hmm.
Address.
You send it over because I don't see it yet.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's in your inbox.
Huh. Oh,
Here, I'll
I
just
don't see it. Yeah, double check it. See if. There it is. Okay.
So this is supposed to be like a Section 8 deal. I came in at like 122.5. the dude basically said like the only thing stopping me from getting it under contract is the $1,500 EMD.
Okay. Well, and that's presented after inspection.
Mm-hmm. And I told him that, and then he sent me this thing with the Texas Real Estate Commission and all that. I told him I'm a wholesaler,
No,
and he's like, "Well, I figured you were."
Yeah,
What's up?
In Texas, they make you pay a kind of a holding fee. It shouldn't be the full 1,500. Tell him, ask him if it can be $100.
What, $100 just for the real estate fee?
Yeah, because it's a Texas thing.
Okay. So just try to get it to the $100 and just lock it up.
Yeah, just say, hey, if we can do $100 for, I can't remember what they call it. It's like a, gosh, I've done it about 80 times and I don't know why I can't remember. Texas.
Right.
If somebody knows in the chat. It is called a holding fee. Yeah, that's what they call it. Or a holding deposit. So, yeah, it's a Texas thing. So just tell them, say, hey, we deal with so many properties, we can't really put out holding fees, but we understand that that's a a Texas deal. So we get it.
My bad. Can I let me grab a notebook?
Yeah, no problem.
So the pictures I'm seeing on Realtor.com, I guess those are
screen clear.
Oh, okay.
And he's saying it's got like $40,000 worth of work into it and a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, when people say that to me, I say, "Oh, that's awesome. Can you send me those receipts?"
Yeah. All right. So just tell them, I know that it's a Texas thing.
What's your plan? What are you going after?
Right.
Yeah, Jay, you totally understand the holding fee, but can we do $100? And just say, because you're working with a ton of properties right now, and you can't have that much money laying out there, and it's hard to get it back. And so I'm more than happy to do $100, but anything more, I mean, I'll get it back in closing, so I'm not worried about the money. It's just the pain of managing it.
So how does that work? Am I paying that, or is the end buyer paying?
End buyer will pay it, but they might want it soon, and so usually it's like 2 days after the contract.
Oh no, because this is what he said. He said I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Right.
He said they wanted three days after executed contract.
Yeah, that's usually the case. But if it's a good enough deal, you're rolling the dice with $100. It's not a big deal. You'll get it back in the end.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's why we try to keep it low. Okay, right, cool. And they said they did how much work on this place?
40,000. I'm like, what are you talking? I'm like, I didn't see it.
Like what? Yeah, tell them to send receipts. Say, yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to.
He sent me an email with like a CMA and all that. Let me.
Yeah, I mean, they did such a nice job on the kitchen. They left a full door off of one of the cabinets. Like, I mean, what? This is not $40,000 in rehab. No way.
Right.
Yeah, just say to make a proper offer.
But like, what? Now I got a different question. What qualifies like stuff for like HUD and all that?
I guess.
I'll be honest, I haven't done HUD. Most everything qualifies from what I've understood. It's not my market. It's not what I go after. I go after turnkey, non-HUD kind of things. And so HUD is kind of a backup in my eyes. If you can't get it rented, then you go to HUD. So I haven't really done it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I know it's like it has to be over 75 days, like the only thing that I see. So like the Section 8 person, I was like,
You know
That's
more
pretty much
for sure. Yeah,
that's
what are
pretty
you
much that on that one.
What are you gonna do there? What are you
120,
gonna 120?
122.5 for the
Too low. It's not low enough. I mean, it's got to be like
is it,
start at 95. Start at 90. Say, hey, this is great, but
mhm,
you know, I can give you 90.
mhm.
Oh, send me over
Okay.
those receipts and give me justification because and tell them, say I'm sorry, I'm just basing it off the pictures I'm seeing. If things have changed, please send me new pictures because from what I'm seeing, I see that there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. So yeah, we'd love to. Yeah, 90 is fine. You're 60 below.
Okay.
70 would be 50%. I'm going a little bit above the 50%. Yeah. Or you can even start at 70.
Okay.
Say, hey, it's awesome, but I can offer you 70 cash.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll see what they say, and then I can.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you very much,
All right,
Trent. I
well.
appreciate you.
Take
Thank
it
you.
easy. Okay, we got Tyrell taken care of. Don, we're waiting for Andrew. Did I pass you over?
I gave up my spot earlier. I had to make a couple
Oh,
phone
that's
calls.
right. I knew I talked to you. I'm like, am I going insane? I could have sworn I talked to you. What's going on? You're back in.
You might be going
you got your
insane,
office
but you did talk to me.
back. That's not helpful. So what's going on?
I'm working with your team on that deal we've been talking about for the 2 properties.
Good.
So working on that, and I have a lot of other similar properties I've been calling on. It's like
Okay.
Right.
basically I'm looking at numbers where it actually does work with a DSCR loan.
Okay.
But the only thing is like cash on cash looks good, over 20%, sometimes closer to 30. But the only thing is that with needing 20% down on that, I'm wondering how
Yep.
that affects how sellable that deal is.
Okay. So my first question is: you are fixated on DSCR loans. Why?
Because it seems like to pay cash for those properties, you'd have to get the price so low to get a good cash on cash return that's not really an option, right?
No, it isn't. That if you can't get it low, then it's not a deal. Like I want you to go after low deals. I mean, we talked about it before, but I don't know why you go to the DSCR loan part. I mean, the buyer is going to have to worry about their loan, however they do it. They might not even be doing DSCR. They might not. They might have it in their pocket and they'll just hand it over. You know what I mean? So the time you're taking to worry about the DSCR loan, I don't understand what it's benefiting the whole thought process.
Well, I'm just thinking about your point about like the buyer if it is sellable, right? Like 'cause
Right.
if it's not, then there's no point in me doing anything with it.
Right, but why do you go to the DSCR loan? Why is that your barometer?
Because it seems like if the person that would be purchasing this deal paid cash, the purchase price would have to be way lower to get a good cash on cash return, and the seller isn't open to seller financing.
Okay.
So that just leaves.
What can you do with just those 2 parameters? What can you deduct from that deal?
What do you mean?
It's not a deal. Like if it doesn't cash flow and you can't get it low enough, then it's not a deal. The DSCR doesn't matter. I keep on you keep on saying DSCR loan, and I'm like I was trying to think about it. I thought about it when I got off the phone. I mean, I'm like, hey, get it lower, get the price lower. Then that's the answer. You know what I mean? And so we can sell
Okay.
those easier. The DSCR loan comes in on the buyer side, however they want to finance their deal once they buy it. But we want to get them a deal that's ridiculous, and so that they can figure out how they're going to finance it. But if we're saying it's 50% of ARV or 50% of their asking price or whatever, or then it's a deal. So if we're trying to squeeze it into that DSCR loan, we might not be even selling to somebody that's going to be using a DSCR. They might be a huge hedge fund. They don't do any of that. They just pay cash or whatever. They have their
Okay.
own way of figuring all that out. So my point is, let's just get it low. Like ask for a low price. If they say no, move on. Don't waste your time doing all those numbers. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense. Because
You
I've
stuck
been
in my
thinking about
head
it.
the other day when it was like, yeah, you stuck in my head the other day. I'm like, why is he going after the DSCR? What's the benefit?
Well, because it's the only way the numbers work. But to your point, if they have to put that much down, it's not a deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
because nobody wants to
Then-
do 20%. We need things that are 5% down, to sell. Because anybody can get the 20% down. That's out there for everybody. We're trying to do the things that are unique and different, like that are, when we ask somebody to bring $20,000 to closing or whatever, that's a deal that people are like, oh, sweet, I want that. That'd be amazing.
Mhm. Okay. And the one I have probably isn't gonna work out then.
Honestly, you've been here long enough now that when you look at something, you should be able to just be like, oh, wow, this is worth calling, Okay, I can get this. I'm going to offer 50% and see what happens. And then when they say no, or they say, let me think about it, then you move on to the next one. You just want as many of these in the pipeline as possible because their motivation changes as time moves on. And so if you've got your offer in and they know it's there, and you check in with them, we want to go for low deals. We want it to be majorly low so somebody else wants to buy it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about like this, like, all right, if that for some other person purchasing this deal, it's these two properties listed at 250 or 350. I got them down to 270. It's cash flowing $4,800 a month, $1,200 on each unit, which is great, but I can't get them to agree to seller financing, and the cash price would have to be way lower to make it worth it. So
okay, but
when I go to them and
say those numbers again, you're saying it's cash flowing that much, or that's how much rents are?
rents,
Okay, keep in mind, cash flow means the money that you're going to make after rents and everything and all the everything. That's the money you walk away with. If you're getting 3,800, I'd be like, that will work.
No, I misspoke.
Okay, no, just making sure. Yeah, if it doesn't, okay, let me just tell you, the majority of these deals don't compute. They don't work. And that's why we're searching. So you're not going to roll into one and be like, oh, I think I can make this work. Let me see, And it's like, you're just going to know, or you're going to say, no, this isn't even possible. And that 10%, the 1% rule is such a great way to vet it fast because I want you on the phone. I want you on the phone as much as possible. And so set those time bombs and just move on.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, I have this conversation going with this agent. I now need to tell him like, okay, this isn't gonna work with the DSCR loan. Like we can't do this deal unless you do seller financing. And they're gonna say, why not? You're cash flowing at 29% with this loan. What's wrong?
Well, if it's cash flowing at 29%, it shouldn't matter what the loan is. So explain what you understand the 20%, but you've got people that will put 20% down, but again, you're putting the cart ahead of it because how they do their loan is going to be whatever. Like you're doing a cash deal is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
In this situation. So just get a low cash deal and then let the buyer worry about how they're gonna fund it. It's up to them to figure out where they get the cash from. I feel like you're trying to think. So explain to me what you think a DSCR loan is, just so I understand.
The debt service coverage ratio. You qualify the loan with how much rents you're going to get.
Right. Okay. So you understand it. It's but I don't think it. I just don't think it's. I think you're taking it one step too far. Because if you can get it low enough, it doesn't matter what. Like, if the 20%, again, it's a cash deal, so that 20%'s up to the buyer to decide how they want to do it. Again, they could just be pulling this money out of their pocket and paying it all the way up. You've got me
Okay.
confused. You're
You've got
confused,
me
and now
confused.
got you confused, and you've got me confused. So yeah, no, I mean the DSCRs, I just don't worry about that side of it because that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing a low cash price that works.
Mhm.
And so there's no real 20% down until they move on and do their thing. Like when the buyer buys it, we're not even part of that.
No, I understand that part, but also it has to be sellable, and so I'm trying to think about it from the person the deal is going to be, from the perspective of the person that is
Sure.
going to be buying the
But
deal.
I think it is sellable if the price is low enough. That's what I'm saying. Because if you can make it work and with a 20% down DSCR loan, then it should be like that should work. I mean, but you're saying that's the only way it works. That's why I'm confused.
Well, maybe I'm confused because I just bought a house in October, and you hear about like, oh, you got outbid by all these people that came in with a cash offer, and you've got a conventional mortgage, and so they took the cash offer.
Okay.
That kind of comparison doesn't really apply with what we're doing, correct?
Correct. And so the reason they said that to you is because you were a little bit more volatile because it was you and the bank making the decision on whether and so you had to qualify, and so the sellers were like, hey, we just want to move this thing, we got to get it along, so I got this guy, he's offering me cash. I don't want to wait for your loan guy to tell me that you're not going to qualify.
Right.
So that's why they don't want the extra paperwork, they don't want to deal with it. But if they've got a cash buyer, that's going to take precedence, so they'll get first in line. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah. So in comparison with what we're doing, it doesn't matter because they're getting, the people we're buying the property from is getting a lump sum either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They get the cash. It doesn't matter how the buyer gets the cash to them. And most of these are investors, so they've got the money.
Right. Okay.
So if it works with a DSCR, it just is going to work. I don't know why you're saying it won't work without a DSCR loan.
Because when I look at the numbers, right, like total rents 4,800, total operating expenses 2,500, so it's getting $2,300. Oh, I'm sorry, that's with seller finance. Excuse me. With if somebody were to buy this with a DSCR loan, they'd have to put $54,000 down. They're cash flowing on that at 29%, but that 54,000 is 9% down total with closing costs and whatever.
So there's not really a down payment.
Okay, but if so, the cash price though. If they're paying cash though, not
It's
using
done.
a DSCR loan.
They're just handing over them cash and a DSCR. When people say I'm going to pay cash, it means that they're not going to do seller financing or sub 2. I mean, they're going to do cash. They're going to hand over the money and take over the property, and that's it. It's a
Whether
way
it comes
simple
from the
process.
bank or from their pocket.
It's up to them, yeah, how they're going to do it.
Okay. All right, I think I'm just thinking about this too much.
I think so too. That's what I'm saying. Simplify and call. The less time you're staring at the computer, the more successful you'll be. Find it, call, find it, call, find it, call, find it, call, and get other listings that you weren't even calling on.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
what
I have
mean?
a couple
That's
popular listings actually.
let's see what the chat's saying about DSCRs. Is just part of the loan. Oh yeah. So yeah, he does use that in his. Okay. Oh, let's do that too. Okay, so good to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, PK, you got a follow up. Let's hear it. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's the follow up?
So he did reply me, and I've just sent you a screenshot of the text. Can you check that?
Yeah. Did he accept the offer or no?
He said, email me the offer and contract.
No kidding.
But he was
Okay,
asking, is it it's no sub 2 correct? But I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, say we don't do it. Say we put it into a trust, so it's not subject to by any stretch.
Okay,
So so he says, yeah,
I can say
I'm
that
okay with
it's
the
gonna
loan.
go in the.
So I'm just going to read the text real quick. Yeah, I'm okay with the loan assumption. He just needs to clean up the balance he has. So would you pay
That's
off the
mine.
remainder balance of 15? Yep, I know. So, yep, we take over the loan. How about closing costs? He needs to cover the closing costs and your fees because the problem here is the PITI is 1,500. Rent comes out to 1,500. He'll be losing money in the purchase. Email me the offer. No sub 2 contract. Yep, and say it's not and just call it. Say it's a. We do trust acquisitions, and just explain to him that we put the house into a trust, and we take the seller owns 10% of the trust. We own 90% of the trust. All the seller has to bring to the trust is the mortgage. We handle everything else. Any expenses, all the costs are ours at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did you say how much did you tell him he has to bring?
So I haven't like talked properly in the in numbers, but so he just needs to clean out his remaining balance to the mortgage, right?
Yeah, but that's yeah. So he needs to bring, what was it, $6,000?
Yeah.
And we were going to go for 10, just because of the repairs that it needed. Correct?
I don't think I have talked about the 10, but I think about the remaining balance that is like 6K. That's what he's.
Yeah, but let's talk to him about 10, just saying, because we'll have other expenses to be able to take over the loan. And so just go for the 10, because you can always come down to the, we'll just take over the mortgage.
Yeah. So how do I send the contract? Because this is my first deal.
Yeah, no problem. If you want, we'll help you out through the whole process. If you go, you'll see it come up in the chat here. I've got a little form that you fill out, and then my team will help you through the rest of the process. But there it is. So if you can, though, tell him, I've just, I'll need at least 10 grand that he brings, and that will clear up everything that he potentially has. You want to get his mortgage statement. That's really important. So we know exactly what there is. So yeah, we could, because a lot of times this goes to lawyers, and there's other costs. So we just need to see the mortgage statement to know. Great. Okay, this is insane, right?
Yeah,
so you're asking. So PK is asking a seller to bring money to the closing table so we can buy his house. Like he's going to pay us to buy his house. It's almost better than a free house. I think it's insane because he owes about $6,000, and we're going to ask for 10. He's getting responses from the realtor. Everybody kind of likes it, so it's working out. Okay, PK, go after it.
So I just need to fill out this form, and I would just ask him the 10K to bring out from the seller, and and you said I need the mortgage balance sheet.
Yeah, so we want to have the mortgage. Either you can get onto the portal and see what it is live, or we need a recent mortgage statement from them. that lays out everything that's owed. Okay. Awesome. That's amazing. So, hey, Marilyn, make sure Yvonne's on this one. Make sure she assigns it to somebody. But this one we need to move kind of quick on because it's more than a free house. It's them paying us to take their house. So, not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, in terms of like if this sells out, so what should I be expecting? Let just in case.
Expecting about what? As
The
an assignment fee?
Yeah, later on.
I never tell anybody what the assignment fee is until it's sold. Because if it doesn't sell,
Yeah,
your
exactly.
assignment fee is. And so I don't want to ever say, oh wow, this one's great. This is just 10 grand for sure. Nope. I don't know what it is. I'll let you know as soon as the buyer buys.
Perfect. Yeah, sure. Let me fill out the forms and I'll keep on updating you.
Yeah, the only thing please do keep updating it. The only thing working against us is this doesn't cash flow. And so we want to try to find, and it's going to be harder, but it might be something we just try to find a retail buyer. And so then we don't really know.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm psyched that you made an effort to do this. I think that's awesome. Super cool.
Thank you. You helped me a lot.
Oh, it's fun, right? I mean, this is fun. It's like if we're not having fun with this, we're doing something wrong. Because this is fun, and honestly, we're helping this person out because it's not a money thing, guys. It's a motivation of like he needs to get out of this. He's losing money every month. He doesn't want to pay it anymore, and so we just have to put that in our brain that it's more than just a money thing. Sometimes it's just getting away from the mortgage would be awesome. Good deal. All right, let me pull up one more person because oh wait, let's see how Jazz did.
Thank you, Trent. I'll be down right now, I guess.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, bud. Okay, Jazz, we couldn't hear anything, so
I know. I was trying to go off my computer, but
no worries.
she
Fill us
was
in. What happened?
she was telling me that it is still a commercial loan, but they're not upside down, right? So that's one. It's not upside down. She did say, I guess I'll send those pictures to your phone. He did update the property. The pics that we was looking at were older pics. So he actually updated like the bathroom. He put new floors down. So it's rent ready. She's basically saying it's market ready. And I'm sending it to you right now to your phone.
Okay.
It looks
now with all that,
it looks decent on the inside. And she was saying that he is willing to do a loan acquisition. I was kind of telling her a little bit about, we put it in trust and we'll buy the trust. But I was like, is he motivated and was he looking to get out of it? Like, is he looking to get a little bit of money in his pocket? Like, what is he looking for? She was like, yeah, he's looking to kind of like recoup on what he put into the house, but make sure like she's cut, like her realtor fees are covered and stuff like that. And that's really it. Like, he's not really looking, to he's just looking to like recoup a little bit. Huh?
How much does he want to recoup?
It's a great question. I didn't really talk to her about that. I just said I'm gonna come back to my partner because again, I told her I'm not too well versed in the subject to side and the loan acquisition side. I'm more of a seller financer guy. So I said I'm gonna come back to her with some numbers and see if we can just because she said she's gonna list it on market next week. So I said let's get this deal done before that. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely. Make sure it cash flows. So there's a reason.
She said $1,300 a month. Actually, I'm sorry about that. She said it was rented month to month before it was renovated, and it was rented month to month for $1,300.
And then what is he expecting as a payment monthly? Like, oh wait, no, we're just taking over his loan.
Yeah, we're just taking over it. Yeah, she just said like
what's the monthly payment
for the month to month? You mean?
What's the payment that we're gonna have to make to the bank every month?
As far as like the loan?
Yeah.
Oh,
you just went brain dead on me. Those are the most important things.
Again, I'm not used to the I'm sorry, I'm not used to the subject to stuff. I just be dealing with the seller
Oh, it's
finance. I
okay.
wasn't even
I mean,
thinking about.
it's the exact same as anything you're doing. You need to know how much you're paying every month to figure
Right.
out if it's going to be cash on cash. So don't
Gotcha.
lean on the fact that you think this is totally different, because it's not. We always need to know how much do we have to pay each month? How much are we getting each month? Those are
Right.
for any deal, right?
Right.
So
Right. I got you.
yeah,
So I mean, so the 13. So you're talking about instead of that rent, you're talking about how much you have to pay for the mortgage, right? That's what you mean.
right. How much are we
Gotcha.
going to have to pay for the loan each month?
Right, for the
Let me
loan.
look at
Right. I got
which
you.
one was this? This is 1613 or 659?
The last one I
Which
sent
one
you
was
in
the
your
last one?
DM.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Let me
believe
check.
so.
I'll look 'em.
Yeah, Shannon Street.
Let me look it up again. Hold on.
I can always still get these numbers. I can just text her and actually know what the mortgage statement is and stuff like that. I can always get that stuff.
Yeah, you're going to need the mortgage statement at some point for sure, because
Yeah.
that is what verifies. Was she willing to send all the receipts?
Yeah, of course. She was telling me like, just get back to your partner, come back with some numbers. But I mean, I can just always text her and be like, do you have the mortgage statement? Do you have stuff like that? I'm sure that's no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Ask her for all that stuff. Right now, it's $700 a month. Okay.
Okay.
And so if your rents are 13, it's slim. It's going to be. I'm going to guess this is under 10 COC.
Yeah, for the
Just
cash on cash, right?
Yeah. So not super sellable.
I mean, as far as like a investor,
but he wants
it probably
something
wouldn't
down
work.
too.
But would it work as a retail?
No.
Would it work as a
No.
retail house?
No, because again, what we're doing, I mean, potentially, but he wants money down too, and we already know he spent $40,000. He's already anchored you in knowing that, and
Yeah.
so he wants 40 grand down. I'm saying nothing down. And
I don't think he wants 40. I just think he wants some money back that he put into the house. I don't know if
Right,
it's
but
that much. But
we're not planning on we're not giving him anything. Nothing,
Mm.
nothing. We're just taking it over.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah,
Gotcha.
get all that info and then it'll solidify it. But keep on calling other places while you're waiting.
Of course. I'm always calling. Gotcha.
Okay, good. All right. We've got Vidoosh in the house. This is very exciting. How are you, sir?
What's up, Trent? How is everyone doing
How are you,
today?
buddy? I think everybody's good. I know I have to pee. You got that going on. So
Well, I'm
that's
here
kind of
to let you go free so you can go handle that.
Are you saying that you're going to relieve me? That's so nice.
I did not use those words. I did not use those words.
Hey, I'm going to put in the chat. Sharon is doing an event today, and I just wanted to advertise it just one more time for her.
Sure.
She takes like 25 people and does an intense dealio. All right, but otherwise, how's Wholesale Atlas? I don't know if you guys know, but Vidoosh is the inventor of Wholesale Atlas, and it's freaking brilliant. I'll put that in the chat too.
Adding something new to it. We're gonna have an expired listing section coming up here soon too.
That's awesome. Yeah, that'll be a huge difference. Great. Okay, so there it is. Guys, if you're trying to figure out which one to use, this one, the deal with the Wholesale Atlas is it kind of encompasses everything, and it makes it simple. It's good for me because I'm dumb, and I can just look and find, and it's so much easier. So guys, check it out for sure. Don't discount it because it's actually kind of growing fast. Also, it's on my link in my TikTok. There's a 7 days free. So that link that's there is 7 days free. So you test it out, check it out.
Right.
The problem is you're going to be in love with it, and so it's going to be,
Yeah, use that link
Okay.
that Trent has. It'll get you some. You get the 7-day free trial with it. So use that link that who Marilyn posted it for Trent in the chat.
Marilyn posted it.
Yeah, use that, guys. But we'll talk about it. But just scroll up there and we'll use that. I'll use that one to pass around also.
Oh, thanks, bro. Okay, take over, and we got Don. Don's waiting on a phone call from a realtor.
Cool.
So it's just going to be an update.
Cool.
He's a super mean guy, but we let him stay anyhow. Who's our angry Mexican?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, let me know how it goes, Don. She's gonna call. They're gonna call back.
Yeah, they're gonna call back, and to add to what Trent said, that's how my brothers will describe me. Some mean.
It's a crazy Mexican. That fits. All righty, guys, take it easy. I'll be here again tomorrow morning. It's gonna be kind of weird tomorrow. I'm driving to Utah, so I'm gonna try to do this live as I'm driving. So
Got
we'll
it.
see what happens. Hopefully, I make it through the other side. All right.